Hello, my dear readers. I'm recording in the kitchen of the apartment I'm going to leave soon. I'm had to do so many things today. You can see my eyebrows. They look very big and dark because I did the touch up for the microblading. So I did microblading on my eyebrows, and I went for a touch up because they were much lighter, and in some areas there was no pigment left at all. So they did more deeply. They cut the skin more deeply to put the pigment deeper so that it would stay. So hopefully now it will stay, but now you can see only color. Later it will fall off when the skin dries, and it will be like much lighter and more natural looking eyebrows. I'm recording the last day in this apartment. I'm leaving for Kathmandu, and it's so incredibly difficult. You would not believe it, because it's a small undeveloped country. So government officials put red tape everywhere, and it's almost impossible to do anything in critical situations. So even leaving this city within the country is big problem. But my taxi drivers are trying the best that they can to get permits, although tomorrow is Sunday, so permit office is not working yet. They are giving only 1 day permits. So if you need to suddenly leave and the office is not working on Saturdays or Sundays, you're in trouble. So they don't think about this. I mean, seriously, the officials here, the government is just so unthoughtful. So anyway, my drivers are trying to get the permit so that I will be able to leave, because at the last I just recently booked a flight because all of them were totally booked out, and then just by luck my friend texted me that there may be flights from one website. I checked and there were, but I didn't trust it because I never used that website. Then I called the travel agent in Nepal, and actually he quoted the same day for the same airline, but he asked too much for it. So I decided to go back, and I searched for that flight on skyscanner.net, which I know better than that other website, and it was there, yet the link was to that other website once I went through the check-in, when I was going through the check-in. So thankfully I bought the ticket, but who knows, I don't even know if I'm able to fly out, but at least I have the ticket, and if I can't leave, I can just cancel the flight. But I really hope I won't, because now Nepal government only allows very limited flights with very limited capacity, and it only will allow flights for a month, and then it will assess the situation again, and who knows what they will decide. Maybe suddenly they will decide to stop flights altogether. It's definitely a possibility with Nepal government because I got to know it, and that's how it works, in unpredictable ways and in ways that make people's lives difficult. So I booked the flight, and I booked the second one, so I'm flying to Dubai. And if I get to Dubai, I will be the happiest person on earth, because I love Dubai, and it's developed, so it has very good connectivity, and it now encourages visitors again. So definitely this is the place I want to be in. Even if I get stuck there, I'm fine. But then from that airport, I have a flight I bought 2 separate ones. I have a flight to London, and I will get to London afternoon time, and then I have to go far north. My mom lives in the northeast of England. Some people told me they said we hope that you will be happy coming back to London, but actually it's not London. She lives in northeast, but it's green area, it's fine. So it will take me there like up to 6 hours to get, and I don't even know that area at all, so I will get there at night or something. But what to do, I have no choice. Oh, and I also got my nails done in that beauty parlor that I got the eyebrows done. You can see. These are gel nails. These are not my natural nails. I think they look okay. Yeah, I think they look nice. It's not like really good work, not very accurate, but I think it's good for that area that I stayed in because it's not like a developed city. And that's the thing about staying in undeveloped places. Yes, you do enjoy nature. People are more in touch with nature, but then when there's a problem, governments can really suck in those places, and red tape is huge. So I got to know that part of living in undeveloped countries. So actually the reason that I was making this video was not even about that, but it's going to be a personal update because I talked about so many unrelated subjects. But as I was doing the assessment of one client, and he had transits that were all negative, he's going through difficult times, I see that. I was thinking that if he were to live in a very immoral way, now he is going through extremely difficult times, yet if he understood his mistakes and he's living in a moral way, then even though the chart could be totally red with bad transits, he will actually be okay. And this made me think that you cannot really escape negative influences of planets. You can only, you cannot get away with negative influences of planets if you live immoral life, because sooner or later they will catch you. And sometimes if people, for example, are totally evil yet nothing bad happens to them, I often get this question, not often, but I do get this question that how come some people, you say there is karma, but some people, they just live immoral lives yet nothing happens to them? That's because they have the sowing incarnation, and then some of us have reaping incarnation. And you can know it if, for example, you do even a small thing that is bad, and then very quickly you have to pay for it. That's a reaping incarnation. I live in a reaping incarnation, and my life became much happier when I started living in as moral way as possible. Yet some people have sowing incarnations and they think they are untouchable no matter what they do. Well, I wouldn't like to see the life that has the reaping incarnation, because then they will be wretched creatures in that life. So don't think that only because you see now that some people that are totally evil enjoy their lives, that definitely nothing ever bad will happen to them. It will, because the universe is fair. It will just may happen in the next life. So actually that's all I wanted to share with you in this video. But since it's a personal update, it became a personal update. I should tell that I enjoyed living in Nepal, yet it's such a shame that they make it so difficult. There's a small fly here. They make it so difficult for people to leave, and it's actually not in their interests. The government doesn't think correctly, because if they don't allow foreign people to leave, and then they have no source of income, and then what will they do then? They will have no money. Then they will have to rely on the government. Probably the government will not do anything about it, but it should be in government's interest to help tourists to leave, and they just put obstacle after obstacle. So that's such a shame that they do it. Like some people here, they really can't leave, and some people don't want even to risk, because there are so many things, obstacles to jump over in order to leave. So it's such a shame that in these times governments can be full of people with no intelligence. It's just very sad. So I really enjoyed staying in this apartment because the owner is very good. My taxi is going to come very early in the morning when it's still dark. They promised to come. I don't really trust people in certain areas because of the experience of being a tourist, but they really promised to come, although they had difficulty in getting a permit, but they have connections, maybe they will be able to, and they said that definitely they will come to pick me up. So I'm really hoping, and after that I'm going to Kathmandu. I will need to do a test, this pandemic fake virus test, and I will do test in 2 places because it's a lottery. One place can say you're positive, another that you're negative, so I don't want to risk there. That increases my chances of escaping here if my flight is not cancelled, which could be the case because the government can suddenly decide to cancel flights without any notice. But let's hope I will leave, and I will also, before taking the test, I will ask kindly the doctor to or this nurse to allow me or to change the cotton on the swab, because I will explain that I heard the news that some of the samples are contaminated, and they're actually, this piece of information was on news also. So it's not only like from conspiracy websites. So I will tell that I'm really concerned that I'm very scared of the virus. I'm really concerned that I will get it. So that they would just put another cotton, or maybe they will allow to put my cotton, probably not. But if they have, I would be so happy, because then I know that if I'm positive, I know that they will not give me the virus. If the virus exists, I still have my doubts, but anyway. And I'm not even scared to get the virus, but then if it's positive, then I can't leave. So yeah, it's just safer to have your own cotton, but I don't know if they will agree, but I will ask. So I don't know, I'm still not convinced that the virus exists. Some people say definitely it exists, that there are people dying now from that respiratory failure. But I never met anyone who had any friends with this virus. I think that many people are just hysteric. They are just so scared that they believe that they have that, and then they suddenly get ill, but it's just in their mind. Coronavirus, crown virus, mind virus. Actually, I do believe that you can die from just believing in it. It's a viral idea. But I still never met anyone who had it, and no one is dying. Hospitals are empty, so I'm not sure if there is virus. And I read in news of Nepal that some hospitals, they test many people, and they have coronavirus, yet they have absolutely no symptoms whatsoever. So this is deadly virus, but people can have it without any symptoms. I think it's just flu, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to leave most of my things here, because I'm not going to take many things with me, as it's going to be difficult to travel with big backpack. I want to take just as few things as possible, just some presents for my mom, some things from here, but really very little. I will just have one big bag that is not going to be fully stuffed, and one small bag, and that's all. I think that's all I wanted to share with you. My boyfriend is now on the train to Kerala, but he's not answering the phone. I think it could be because of the connection problems. When trains move, sometimes there is no connection. So hopefully that's what it is, and it's not that there is some kind of problem. But I think I hope he will get home safely. I see quite a few foreign people here still. Some people are waiting for their flights and they only got flights for the 29th, because as a result of the government's stupidity, they will probably may not allow flights next month, and the flights are so limited that the first few days that they were released, they were fully booked. So some people just were not able to book fast enough, so they will be stuck here. And I also wasn't able to book fast enough, and I couldn't because my boyfriend was here. But as soon as he successfully crossed the border, I started looking for the flights. They were all booked, and then I got information, as I said, from a friend to check one website, and eventually I booked it. So if I can't get on this flight, it may be a while when I can get the next one. So I really hope I will be able to get on it. So that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope that my next video is going to be from the UK, or at least Dubai. That's all for now. I hope you're all doing well and you are safe and happy. Thank you for watching. Take care.